Hey guys, it's Dustin the Pro Picker here with another thrift store video for you guys. We're going to start out today at the Goodwill, then we're going to go ahead and head on over to the Salvation Army and see what we find there as well. I start off today heading back to the new stock carts, so make sure guys that you watch until the end because I'm going to be going over what I'm maybe making off of everything, the potential estimate, as well as showing you some of the things I've sold recently on my eBay store. So a lot in today's video, you're not going to want to miss it. The first thing that I do pick up is this Cardiff skates here, and they're the kind that go on your shoes, and they're a little bit different. The comps are really all over the place, so we're trying for kind of on the high end on them at first. $9.99, that's my listing that I have up there on the screen for you. And the Victorian Village there goes back. Unfortunately, that one didn't have the kind of value like Department 56 or Lemax has. I looked at a few puzzles and then some candles that were in this box. It took me a second to figure out what was in them. Not enough value in any of those, so I do end up leaving those behind. Still priced very fairly. And I do check out the Cardiff Cruisers. They were probably worn a couple times. There is some place where you could tell that it was scuffed. However, skates sell pretty well for me in the spring and summer months. I don't know if these will sell for Christmas or not. As mentioned, I put back that Victorian Village. It really wasn't selling for much, unfortunately. I did then see this really cool drummer boy candle holder, and it's very vintage, but old does not always mean valuable, and unfortunately it was selling for like less than $10, so at 99 cents I just can't touch it. However, they didn't have this out initially, so they must have threw it on the new stock cart or something while I was back there, because this is only $14.99 guys, but it's brand new sealed, so that's what makes all the difference. I do really well with brand new sealed thermostats, especially smart ones like that, or even more so Nests. If you ever see Nests out in the wild, definitely worth taking a look at, of course. The Final Fantasy here is actually the soundtrack. It's not the game. However, it sells for about $35 to $38 shipped. It just doesn't have a very fast sell through, but $1.99 is not too much of a risk on that. I did see these Free People jeans here, and I'm throwing a comp for 30 bucks on the screen. I know they're not the exact same ones, but should be about 30 bucks. All right, guys, so into the Salvation Army we go. This was on the way back from Goodwill, actually. If you guys even care, I got my hair cut in between, because it's right next to the Goodwill, so trying to be efficient with the use of my time. And I really didn't feel like going today to the Salvation Army. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes you have those days where you just want to go home and play some Halo, but I forced myself to go, and I am very glad I did. I'm really big on the one more thrift, guys, or one more yard sale. I think it's one more listing. Just doing more makes all the difference. And I decided that I was going to pick up these milk white glass set here, and they had it marked at $7.99, which I think is a really good deal on that. They did require some cleaning, but overall everything was in really good condition. The box there did have that portion of it with the advertising or marketing, the fold up. It was torn, unfortunately, but still I think overall in pretty good shape. Just having the box included at all when it's that old is a bonus. So I do pass by the media here. I gave it a glance on the way back through, but it just there really wasn't anything new in there for me to check out. And so the first thing I grab is actually not even that valuable at all. It's a Sally Hansen gel polish deal. I mean, they didn't have it marked high or anything. It just wasn't worth much. So I did put that back. But holy crap, guys. This is Procter Silic's can opener. It's one of the ones that goes under the cabinet. And I swear to you, I've seen all kinds of YouTubers talk about getting these all the time. I think I've sold like one Black & Decker under the cabinet in my life. But this Proctor Silex is also a bolo. You want to make sure you know about this one. The newer it is, the more it's worth. So like of that series, like the 75-400, there's a few different box variants. And the newer one that I have right there is worth the most. Yeah, I think they had $4.99 on it, so definitely made it worth my while for making sure I stopped at one more thrift shop. And with that, I go over to the plush and start scoring pretty decent. Now, the Pets 2, I didn't comp in store. $16.99 is not that great, but if I can get it first class, which hopefully that's under £1, we should be good to go at $2.99 and still make a little bit more than a double up there. I don't know what I was thinking, so I put Pooh down to look at some other plush and just left him behind. So unfortunately, I don't end up actually grabbing that one. I just found it weird that I saw this reversible plush again. I'd actually seen that one at American Thrift a couple weeks back. I don't know, it's just kind of weird. It felt like deja vu. So these were like Cabbage Patch dolls that weren't Cabbage Patch dolls. So I have to do some more research. So I'm filling in my numbers a little bit at the end of the video with you guys on how much everything will be worth, because I really don't know on those. I have to do more research. So I'm just making a $30 estimate on them. But that's not what I'm selling them for per se. I still have to research them some more. Let me know in the comments if you know anything about them. They were completely cloth with no markings. They almost looked like they were hand sewn. The unicorn's a Build-A-Bear. That's our listing there. Found another Build-A-Bear here, and this was a pig with a bikini. Apparently the pig's a decent one. So there we go. And I grabbed one more plush after the pig, and it's actually coming up in just a second. So it's just, you'll see them in the cart. It's a floppy red like tiger, leopard or something by Dandy. And that one's actually worth a few bucks, so 30 to 35. All right, guys, doing a little what sold on eBay. This isn't necessarily just like 1 days of sales or anything like that. This is just what's getting packed up today and being shipped out. We got a little excited to start pre-packing some stuff here. So right here to start, we've got a Rumble pack, and that's for the N64. It's actually an official Nintendo one. A Linux vase or vase, depending however you say that. Then in the back there, in that vinyl mailer, which is what we normally use to ship vinyl, I believe we sold that a game guide. It was a game strategy guide for $9.99 out of that big lot of them. And here's a lighted musical lanterns by Mr. Crispus. I want to say offhand that we sold these as for parts, but I could be wrong. Back here is a Callaway. I believe it's a wood. I don't know. We'll throw up a comp on the screen so you can see it, or the sold listing. Then we've got the Farmer Says here, CNC, and sold that real quick actually after listing. Didn't make a ton of money on it, but real quick sale, we'll make a few bucks profit. I'm happy. We've sold both of these lighted mirrors. We sold another one recently as well. For around the $70 shipped range, so nothing too crazy, but I think we picked them up when the bin sale used to be $5 or $6 on restock day. This is a Simpsons bowling ball. It's going out global shipping program to some other country, and we just have to get it over the border to Erlanger, Kentucky in one piece, and they'll handle it from there. I believe I have $10 into that at a yard sale. Then here's a Duncan Yo-Yo, and we sold this I don't even remember what I ended up paying for. It was super cheap. I believe it's Valley Thrift Shop. The Ultimate Gift here sealed was kind of a mistake buy, but still make a couple dollars on it. So I'm glad it sold. We sold a PlayStation 2 multi-tap. That's also from the big video game buy recently. We've got the Waterford Crystal there, and that sold really quick. I think I had $3.99 in it. This is Kill Dr. Lucky from that Goodwill trip when they had all the more modern board games there. Sold a Presto waffle maker, and I want to say this came from a Target pallet, but it might be a thrift or a yard sale pickup. Then the Alvin and the Chipmunks here. This was a Valley pickup for around $5, and I think we sold it for just under 30 bucks. And then we've got this little shirt, LOL shirt, that I believe is from a Target pallet, and that sold and is getting shipped out. So that's everything that we're going to be working on shipping today. It is our lightest shipping day that we've had since Black Friday. All right, guys, gonna try and make this real quick because I got up really early to go to the bin sale this morning, the Amazon return bins. That video should be tomorrow. If you haven't already, you're gonna want to hit the bell notification and subscribe for that one, because I find some pretty awesome stuff at it, and it ends up being one of my better Amazon return trips in quite some time. So I definitely am excited to share that with you guys. But we're gonna go ahead and get on into it here with the thrift store runs from earlier in the video. So let's get into it. The list price, total list price of everything, and remember those Cabbage Patches, which we haven't really done enough research on. We're just kind of estimating. So all of this is really just an estimate, and just kind of like to think of it as a thought exercise, and not me trying to definitively say I'm absolutely going to make this much, because there's a lot of variables in play. You've got your returns that can happen. You have potential buyer fraud, which does happen. It doesn't make up a ton of my business, thankfully. But, you take a loss every now and then that it's kind of hard to calculate and share that with you on individual thrift store trips. So with that rant aside, and the total list price between both stores will equal $486.82. And fees, I estimate $63.29. This does not include any promoted listings or sales that I may use or offer. Shipping, I estimate on these free shipping listings that I'll pay $94 in shipping. Remember, we bake shipping into the cost of the listing, so it really doesn't penalize you much. And then cost of goods sold, $69.74 is what I spent at both stores, leaving me a net of $259.79, which I think is pretty good for going to two thrift shops. I'm super glad that I stopped at a second one, even though I was really tired and just wanted a break. Speaking of which, I'm gonna get this video together and take a break finally. It's I've been going for like 12 hours already, and it'll be 13 by the time everything's done. So with that, guys, I'm gonna wrap up here. Please, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, like the video, turn on the bell notifications, leave me a comment down below, please, and check me out on Instagram and TikTok. It's at ProPicker Ohio, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.